the consequences of John's redefinition weren't just theological, they were civilizational. They determined who got to define truth, who had the authority to speak it, and who was silenced for questioning it. You can think of it like this: Logos, the logic of the world, once stood as something universal, rational, and testable. It was the shared inheritance of all humanity. Anyone, anywhere could step into it with their own mind. You didn't need a priest, you didn't need a prophet, you didn't need a temple. You just needed your capacity to reason. But then Logos was rebranded. It became the Word of God, exclusive, theological, and faith based. And that move was monumental because once Logos was identified with Christ, truth was no longer something you could discover through observation, dialogue, or experiment. It became something handed down from above, mediated by the church, and guarded by faith. And let's be clear, there wasn't just a word swap. This was an ideological coup, a hostile takeover of the most important category in philosophy. The credibility of reason, the prestige of centuries of thought was absorbed into the authority of theology. By cloaking itself in the language of philosophy, Christianity didn't just compete with other schools of thought, it positioned itself as their replacement. The result? The very tool that was meant to open the world was repurposed to close it. The concept that once invited people into inquiry was now deployed to end inquiry. Logos no longer called you to think, it commanded you to believe.